Thomas Curry, a lighthouse keeper in Maine, saves an enigmatic woman during a storm in 1985. The woman is Atlanta, the queen of the Atlantean undersea kingdom. Soon after their meeting, the two fall in love and consequently give birth to Arthur. Arthur learns at a young age that he can communicate with marine creatures. Atlantean soldiers arrive at the lighthouse while Arthur is still young to forcibly remove Atlanta back to Atlantis, where she will be married. Nuidus Vulko, Atlanta's most close advisor, trains Arthur as he matures. When Arthur reaches adulthood and learns that Atlanta was killed for having a half-breed son and falling in love with a surface person, he rejects Atlantis. Arthur arrives in the present day to assist a Russian submarine that is being taken over by pirates. An attempt to kill Arthur is made but fails. And Jesse Kane, the pirate commander, is killed. The pirate commander could have been saved by Arthur, but he decides not to and leaves him to his fate. David Kane, his son, promises to exact revenge on Arthur. Marius, king of Atlantis and Arthur's half-brother, tries to persuade King Nereus to join forces with Atlantis in order to exterminate surface inhabitants who are responsible for polluting the oceans. Nereus is hesitant to follow on his mission. A Russian submarine nevertheless attempts to assault the royal summit, but opposes it. Nereus makes the decision to band together to safeguard the waters as a result. Despite being engaged to Mera, Nereus's daughter declines to help them. She travels to Earth's surface to ask Arthur for assistance. Initially, Arthur rejects her wishes, but after Mera saves Thomas from an orm called Tsunami, he agrees to accompany Mera to visit Vulko in order to find the trident of Atlan, a magical artifact of Atlantis' first king. Vulko urges Arthur to retake his rightful throne as king of Atlantis. Vulko and Arthur are attacked by Orm's soldiers, and Arthur is taken prisoner. Mera fades away without being detected. The half-brother of Arthur is presented with Arthur. Orm holds the surface world, and Arthur responsible for Atlanta's demise. Instead of letting Arthur die, Orm offers him the choice to leave Atlantis forever. But Arthur challenges Orm to a leadership duel. They clash in a ring of molten water. Mera steps in and saves Arthur. Orm comes extremely close to killing him. After leaving Atlantis, Arthur and Mera travel to the defunct kingdom of the deserters, which is buried beneath the Sahara Desert, to find the trident. They discover a holographic message that delivers them to Sicily, Italy. They discover the trident's coordinates after they arrive. At the same time, Orm and David cross paths on the outskirts of an island. Orm admits that he recruited David to take control of the Russian sub in order to stage the attack on Nereus in order to secure his devotion. Orm offers David a prototype Atlantean fighting suit so that the surface dweller can murder Arthur, also imprisons Vulko for his treason. Following that, Orm seeks the support of the Atlantean kingdom of the fishermen in his war against the surface. When the fisherman king refuses, Orm kills him and compels the queen and princess to gather their armies out of terror. While all of this continues to go on, David converts the Atlantean battle armor into a supersuit and chooses the alias Black Manta. When Arthur and Mera are in Sicily, he pursues them. He strikes Arthur, but Black Manta is thrown off a cliff by Aquaman. As they approach the trident, Mera takes care of Arthur's injuries. She keeps reminding Arthur that it is his duty to take up the throne. They reach the mysterious underwater region known as the Trench, their destination. Once there, amphibious monsters from the trench attack Arthur and Mera. As they fend off monsters, Arthur and Mera dive into the water. They travel through a wormhole to the Earth's core, where they arrive in an unexplored sea. Once there, they run upon Atlanta, who was sacrificed to the trench 20 years earlier, but survived it to the uncharted sea in time to survive. Arthur is told by Atlantis that the trident is protected by the Carathan, a legendary leviathan that has murdered numerous people who have attempted to obtain the trident. Arthur tells the Carathan that he wants to defend both Atlantis and the surface world as he enters the cave to retrieve the trident. When the Carathan determines that Arthur is deserving, he permits him to take possession of the trident, which gives him command over the seven seas. Arthur comes from the cave wearing the iconic aquamarine and orange Aquaman garb. With a new army, Arthur, Mera, and Atlantis emerge from the trench. The nation of the Brine, the final sea nation to oppose Orm, has a force of crustaceans under the command of Orm and his allies. Orm proclaims himself Ocean Master until Arthur and Mera led an army of sea animals against him with the help of Carathan and the Trench. Once they discover that Arthur uses the trident, Orm's allies start to accept him as the legitimate king. Orm loses the fight to Arthur, although he is not killed. After learning that Arthur has saved Atlantis from the trench, Orm accepts his fate. Atlantis later meets up with Thomas, her true love. Arthur and Mera both accede to the underwater throne at the same time.
I am Aquaman.
Dr. Stephen Shin, a marine biologist and conspiracy theorist who is fixated on Atlantis, saves Black Manta in a sequence that takes place in the middle of the credits. David agrees to take Shin to Atlantis in return for assistance in getting back at Aquaman. Please subscribe to our channel for engaging discussions on the latest and classic movies. Don't miss out on our captivating movie discussions. Hit that subscribe button now.